Everyone, you're watching Smarty Tech Fizz and I am Anjali with a new video related to the Mongo import topic. So what is a Mongo import? What are the options we can use during the Mongo import, and what are these options actually meant, how we have to use it? We will see all these things in today's topic. So before this, you must understand, for I am will be using currently the Mongo import using the JSON file. If you want it to be imported from the CSV file, firstly you can go through the all options available here that I'm going to explain in this video, and after understanding all the options available, you can skip to the next video which I will be creating regarding the CSV import. So just take care of that. I am currently will be using the JSON file import, not the CSV. For the CSV you have to skip to the next video. Fine. So let's see what is Mongo import and how we can use it, what are the functions we have, what are the options we have, and how we can use it. So let's get started. So what is Mongo import? Firstly, so what Mongo import is, you have a data, you have a certain data either in a file, in any file format like JSON, CSV or TSV. These three file formats are supported by the Mongo import. So these files containing a data, and you want that data to be inserted in your database. So how you can do that? You can use the Mongo import. You don't have to manually insert the data. You just either need to create a JSON, CSV or TSV, and you can import it in the Mongo import. So there are two ways that how you can take the data. Either you will be using the Mongo export to export the data, and let's say you have a two database either in two different environment. You can use the Mongo export to export the document from the one DB, and you can use Mongo import to import the document into the other DB. If you want to know that how you can use the Mongo export in a JSON, in a CSV file, in a nested documents, there may be different type of documents you have, how you can use the Mongo export, you can go to my playlist of the Mongo, and I have created 3 videos regarding the export of the documents using the normal Mongo export options. Next one is the CSV, in the CSV format, and the third one is for the nested documents, because you may have a different type of documents and they may have a array, JSON, array map, nested map. You may have a different nested documents in it. So how you can export it, and I also have explained here that what is the easiest way to export the document. So you can go through the last part in which I have explained regarding the easiest way for exporting the document. So let's back to our topic. So this is the Mongo import. So I have explained you what is the Mongo import. Now what we will be doing today is, we will be using the Mongo import. This is my database, and you can see this is a database which I have created. Here is Mongo import DB, and this having the two collections, import test and Mongo import test. So today I will be importing the documents in this collection, and you can see this collection is already having one document in it. So I will be importing the documents in this collection, and you will see that how I am importing, and you will also be able to understand all the options which I am using. Mainly I will not be able to make you understand what are the all options, because there are numerous number of options we have for this Mongo import. I will be using some common options that will be very useful while using the Mongo import command. So how you can do that? So this is a Mongo command. So what I am using this Mongo command, if you want to use the Mongo import, you firstly use the prefix Mongo import, so that the Mongo will be understand that okay, this is the command for the Mongo import. This is the -u, that means hyphen. You can even use the hyphen user. If you know if you know about the Mongo, you may be understanding that you can either use the single letter or with the whole word using the double hyphen, but I am using the single letter. That's why I have used the single hyphen and the single letter. This means the username. This is my username which I have all created in this database only. I will let you know that if you have created the user in other database and have the access on this DB, so how you will do that, I will explain you this too. So now this is the password. So, and this is the type JSON. By default it is a JSON type. If you are using the JSON file, then you can even skip this type, okay? But if you are using the CSV or the TSV format, you have to mention the type using the CSV or TSV. So I am using the JSON, so I have just written it here, but it doesn't actually have any sense because it is by default in a JSON format. Fine. This D means this is a database. In which database you want to import the file. I am using the Mongo import DB. So that's why I have mentioned here the my -d. This is the C. C here is means the collection. So I am using the collection Mongo import, that is using this database. I have to use this collection, and this collection I need to import the data. This is the maintain insertion order. This actually when you want to maintain the order in which this file, the file on in which using which you want to import, you want to maintain the order of the insertion. If you don't want to maintain any order, you don't even don't want to take care about the insertion order, you can skip this option. Fine. And this is the hyphen drop. Hyphen drop means I am using this collection. If this collection is already having any data, I want to drop it. I want to drop this collection. I don't want any single data in this. So that is why I have used the drop. If you don't want to just remove the data, if you don't want to drop the collection, you can skip this. I have just used because as I want to drop this collection as it contains the one single document, so I want to delete the whole collection. So this will drop out my collection. Now after giving all the options, you have to provide the path where the file is stored. So this is the file which I want to be imported, and this file is stored at this location. So that is why I have mentioned the location here, that is the source location of the imported file. Now this is the some common option that you have to use, you may use in your Mongo import, but there are some other options too which you want to be used during the Mongo import command. So first is the authentication database. What is the authentication database? Let me show here. That is, let's say I want to use here. What does this mean? It means that if the user has been created in another database other than the database which you have mentioned here, you have to use the authentication database. That is the source point where your user has been created. Maybe your user may have been created in the admin database and that user having the access on this database. So on this case, you have to use the authentication database. So this is the authentication by database, and this is the name of the authentication database. I don't have any my user don't have access, have not been created in another database. That is why I am not using this. Next is bypass document validation. For this, it means that there are certain document validation in your collection. What I mean here is maybe all of the users are not knowing about it. What it means, let's say if you are knowing about the SQL, MySQL, you have a validation on that. That is, this column should be of length 50. This column should be like string. So there are certain validation which you have provided in your SQL database. In that same thing that can be applied in the MongoDB collection. So in the MongoDB collection, that collection may have your documentation validation, and if you want to bypass this validation for this Mongo import, you may use this bypass document validation. Fine. Next is stop on error. What does this stop on error means? This means that let's say you are inserting the hundred or thousand of document, and if any of the document may create an error while inserting, and if you want that after when the error has been occurred, that operation should be stopped. So how you will stop it? You can use this command to stop on error while having an error on while inserting. The operation should be stopped. Fine. Next is mode. What this mode means, and this mode contains the value as insert, upsert or merge. Mode means the document which you are going to insert. This is the document which you are going to insert. Let's say this document may be having the ID field as well. You may have it. Okay. And this document, this ID is already containing in your collection. So in that way, what is the mode of the insertion? Either you want it to be insert, you want to be upsert, or you want to be merge. Upsert here means update. Insert means if let's say this ID is containing in another document as well, then at that time it will throw an error. So it will only insert because you are using the mode as insert. If it is upsert, what will it do? If the ID is already containing in any other collection, it will update the field values. Okay. And if you are using the merge, it will just merge the document with the already containing ID fields. Fine. So this is about mode. Next is the type, which I already mentioned about the type. What is a JSON, CSV or a TSV format? So this is the main options you may want to use while using the Mongo import. Now let's see how you can run this. Just come to the terminal, and here you just have to paste this command and press enter. So you can see that the 3 document has been inserted because this JSON file has 3 documents. Now as I have used the drop, that means now it should only have the 3 documents. One document it is already containing, but it should be dropped now, so it should not have the 4 documents in it. So you can see that it is having the 3 documents. So this is how you can use the Mongo import. In the next video, we will see the import option for the CSV file, because there are some other options as well for the CSV file, that how you can import using the CSV file. So stay tuned with us and take care. Bye bye.